Hey, good morning, everybody. All right, continuing the strength overnight here. Crude continues to climb as well. So, whether you believe that has a part in this or not at this point, don't know. But it does continue to climb back over $100 a barrel now. So, jumping into Dees corn here, we are challenging the highs at this point. Got to 498 last night. The high back in early March was 498 and a half, so we haven't quite gotten through there yet. But this is pretty aggressive move the last few days here, straight up. We are overbought now, so from a RSI standpoint, so that is something to watch for. Huge volume day yesterday, so open interest still climbing. All that looks good. Overbought may not matter right now, but it is overbought. It is back to the highs. We will most likely poke through this high, if not just go ahead and move through it. But being overbought and having the move that we've had so far does lead you to believe it's possible that we'd have a little bit of a setback from here. Doesn't mean it's done going up. Just means that maybe we set back a bit here to regain some momentum, some buying power. This is closed up now, so don't have lingering buying potential there. Everything else looks fine. I would expect this move to continue. It's just, do you take a little break here first? So it would be one of those things where if you wished you'd have sold more when we were here the last time, this is probably a good place to go ahead and get that done without sitting around and waiting on it. Because if they do decide to sell some of this, you could easily jump back down to this 5-day, which is at 491 and 3/8 to find support. And that might just be the place to continue to buy it from, as we do have setbacks for the short term. So resistance in the short term is the overnight high, the high from March, 498 and a half. We got to 498 last night. Support will be the overnight low first at 494 and a quarter, and then the 5-day at 491 and 3/8. And again, that 5-day in moves like this can be one of those places where they just continue to buy it from. But again, if you didn't get enough sold here the last time, or felt like you didn't, the calendar is still on your side. It's only the end of April, so that's all good. But this is not a bad place to go ahead and get out there and get yourself caught up if you felt like you missed an opportunity back there. Soybeans. Let's go back to the daily here. Oh yeah, I did want to show you one little thing on the weekly for corn. So again, also this goes back to the old crop. This is the weekly chart, so we're looking at old crop right now. We're in this channel. This could be a small resistance point right here. That's about 2.5 cents from where we are right now. That would be the 200-week moving average. We haven't been above that for a long time. We poked above it back in March, but did not close above it for that week. And since then, haven't even visited it since February of 25. So definitely a spot that this market might have some trouble, but this looks good down here. We've got some good separation. We're not overbought. So that all looks okay. All right, soybeans. Moving back towards the highs. We are currently up 5 1/4 at 11.72 1/4. We're re-challenging those highs from last week, 11.74, so that will be resistance. Support will be the overnight low first at 11.64, and then I would probably just move it on down here to the 20-day, because that's kind of been the spot that this thing has tried to hold. So that's 11.57 and 1/8. Do have some separation down here still, not overbought like corn is because it's been dragging its feet. Volume and open interest look fine. So I would expect this to go ahead and move on up and break through those highs. Weekly still looks really good. We've got separation here, not overbought. Haven't gotten through these highs yet though, right? So this is again old crop, so need to get through like 11.84 and 3/4 from a weekly standpoint. A close above that would have you believing that we're definitely going to go back and revisit these highs above $12. So this high was 12.23 1/4. So need to close above from a weekly standpoint that 11.84 and 3/4 to be able to think that's attainable, and we're at 11.78 from the old crop chart at this point. Kansas City wheat is continuing this move. We are now very overbought, but had a huge volume day, just really breaking out and extending this thing after the conditions report came out this week. Still have some separation here, so you just can't sit back and think, hey, this is just over and done with. But at some point, one of these days, it's just going to flip on its head, and we'll have a reversal, and we'll come back down to try to find some support. Hadn't really looked at the weekly. Weekly looks really strong. Separation, trying to get up to these highs here, which 746, where we're at 705 and a quarter right now from an old crop standpoint. So September wheat though, up 6 at 718 and 3/4. Don't really see any signs to tell you, hey, this is gonna be turning on its head. And I would guess that even if it does come down, you're going to be looking at that 5-day of support, which is at 699 and 3/8. And when you get into moves like this, I mean, you're going to have some big movement. So seeing that thing come down 20 cents from where it's at right now, hold support, and then move higher again is not going to be too wild. So, all right, there we go. Everything looks good right now, but we are getting to those points where if you need to play catch up because you didn't do what you wanted to do the last time we were at these levels, you probably better get out there and do it. But the short term does still look good for higher for these markets. All right, everybody have a great day. Thanks.